Okay, let's get started. So we may finally get what we want for the what we wanted, have been wanting, the pullback we have been expected for weeks. And so if you look at the first of all, this is the U contract. Yes, U. So next week, Friday, I think is the last day for the M contract. And the volume will be very low. So there's no need. If you trade futures or if you don't trade futures, you want to use ES. So we switch to U contract already. Um, Overnight, I will long. I called long and very low actually. I was watching on the weekly low. And that's the 50% of last week low, right? So if you guys know, let's go to the weekly candle, weekly chart. So you can see we hit week low. Um, so the week low, and this is not last week, the week before, previous week. So if we drop below this, we actually hit it and then bounce pretty strong. And this is daily wave two on ES. So ES, so this is wave daily wave two. I was expecting so nothing is coincident, right? So the price hit here, like literally just hit. This is like a minor resistance right here. Stronger resistance is 60, 50. And then if you look at my planning, I said 6083, which is the really strong one, 6083, somewhere here. The last, so that's if you're really strong, but look like, so let's see how the overnight session goes. It doesn't mean we'll stop here, but at least here have a little bit resistance, but stronger one is 6050 to 6060. And the real strong one, you can see is somewhere near 6100. However, so what is this dotted line? That's the week below, not last week before a high. We are below that. So now this is resistance and this is resistance. So now you can see here, I would say, okay, we are at resistance. Let's see whether, and 15 minutes, it does look on the drop, right? MACD is about cross over to the downside and here. So I have a short position in my personal account. And so I literally just did exact the same thing. So here. Ah, so annoying. So that's exactly what I did. My stop loss is not even that high, just here, my stop loss. And you could do two target, like acted, you can do two targets and one. And so I'm doing just one target, but you can do two targets. And if you said, okay, I already entered and what's happening here? Okay. You said, okay, I already entered, but I didn't do the bracket. You can re-put here like a one stop loss or two stop loss or two target, one stop loss. So you can do and then place order here. So anyway, two ways you can do your bracket order. I'm pretty sure it doesn't matter what the platform you're using, you should be able to do the same. So gold, what is it? Hitting daily upper Bollinger Bands. And so what I did, I was so embarrassed in a way. So before market open, I saw 1 minute. I was taking a nap 2 days, like been so many activities and a lot of food. Father's Day, right? So I made my father-in-law favorite banana bread, my secret recipe, and we did a whole kind of like I did a lot of experimental food, desserts or something. Anyway, so I at the open I see 34.71. And I just set a short order at 734.71. It dropped to all the way to 34.40, like immediately. And I missed the profit taking. And it went up so fast, and my position almost became red. And then I added one more contract. I took profit here, and then I shorted again. I took profit here. So now I'm flat. And but that's 2 rounds gave me very nice profit, I would say, a few K. So it's almost good enough for my whole week. So Bitcoin, I do expect Bitcoin. Look, there is a 30 minutes. Um, I do think this expires at the end of the month. So you have time. I do think it's gonna drop to this level. And so I have a limit order buying here. Let's look at a larger time frame. And that's not even very high on daily. So could it like go all the way down here? Could be. Okay, let's go back to the market. Um, so this is 15 minutes. It's not, let's look at 15 minutes volume profile, right? So it is near what? Right here at the resistance, almost perfection, right? And this 15 minutes value very high. But if so, this is strong resistance, and I would expect they come back down somewhere. At least if you have one, two, this if this is accurate, I mean, if it's accurate, sometimes it could be not because why? Because I see low, high, higher, high. So 15 minutes, I could say, okay, this could be trend change if we take this out, right? So if we take this out and drop and make a higher low and a higher high and taking this out again, so we may have a trend change on the 15 minutes, but we do need to take this pivot point out. So every time you see 15 minutes start to have a pivot, like lower low, lower highs, I back your mind, it's time to short, right? So we've been doing short 2 days in a row. I think it's good, but this come back quite a lot. And I did buy the Lotto SPX call very cheap and almost the end of July. So let's see whether that's work out. I think I have a small green at close on Friday. So I should be green here if we stay at this level. But I do expect dropping, so it's fine. I acted a lot of shares, and so my account is about 40% cash. And so I'm hoping the green, right? Green here, because I can't watch the chart the whole week. And what do? I'm gonna do conditional orders. I would say I'll buy SPX call if SES in between these levels, smaller than this and greater than this. See, so if it drop below this, then I'm not going to be entering the trade, right? It has to be greater and smaller. So I'm going to set conditional order on my SPX call. And so I gave SPY levels. So if you want to do QQQ, you can do conditional order by TQQQ using SPY. Let's say TQQQ. So by 100, good until cancel, advanced Geez, how do I do this? I forgot how to do OCO here. Um, I forgot how to do it. Um, embarrassing. I forgot how to do it here. Advanced OCO by enter with one acted one. Okay, so this. Um, so I have one stop loss. One. Why you give me this? This is two. Um. Okay, I'm not gonna waste time on this, but let me figure it out how to do it because usually I just do this like uh, how did I do that on the option chain? This bothers me now. Let me see. Okay, we'll come back to this. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm only gonna do SOXL. You can do SOs like, oh, say, okay, I'm gonna buy the first batch, even though I said limit buy because that's daily W bottom here, right? But it could drop lower, fill the gap, then, but because I can watch it, so I'm fine if my first batch, that's why I did 1, 2 style, right? 1, 2. But if it really drop lower, let's say $10, then I will do 4, 1 to 4, because I have plenty of cash that to buy. Since I'm not planning to do a lot of other trades. And so all the stickers I give, TWLO earnings soon, upside target 160 some. So I may not load it. I already have a lot of shares on this, so I might not load it on this time if I want to do a lot of SOXL, right? So, but I see SOXL on hourly is already wave 5 up coming at the target 23. So with meaning market clearly we have so many bad news over the weekend and doesn't want to drop. So that's the problem, right? And so MasterCard dropped a lot. I do see we may actually drop to 549. Then coming back, they said the stable coin, like taking business from with credit card, but it's not a big deal. OSO, yeah, OSO. So you can do like entry. You can do entry with one stop buy limit and buy stop or but single long. Okay, single long order. Here, this is what I should be doing. Here, yeah, this is what I should be doing. So, uh, but this is not what I want to say. Here, advanced rule. Okay, so a touch order, a touch single, a touch. This has been so long. I've been doing this. Nope, I should choose this. Nope, I forgot how to do it. So you have to check the advanced rules and then you can put your you can stage order and or you can do entry. I have to figure it out afterward. I don't want to waste time on this right now. So I do have a position on MasterCard, small shares, and I have 547, have another buying order here. And Tesla on daily, it looked pretty strong. Tesla daily actually upside, if you look at Tesla, on 15 on daily, even look at this. So assuming ideally Tesla should be above here, 360. because you do not want this to be below the red, but I don't follow the rule as much as the creator, the guy suggests to. I mean, for me, as I said last week, as long as this W bottom holds, I'm fine. And that's exactly what I did. I went long here. But if you, according to their rule, you should not be even going too long because this is below here, right? So ideally, in their strong momentum, you should not even drop below the yellow. So the worst case scenario drop in the yellow zone, but I don't follow that rule that much. And we had a good run. So um, because Trump and Elon Musk made up, so eventually the confirmation would be 360. If we three goes about 360, then upside potential is very high. And this is the ticker that I want to do. I only want to do ticker with really a lot of potentials. I mean, I look at AV. You guys know AV is one of my favorite ticker, but this is like not much meat, only a little bit skin with a little bit meat on, and I'm not interested in. But I was interested in GEV. Why is that? Because GEV had from here to here, that's like 60, 70 points, and that's quite a lot, 15%. So that's why I was interested in GEV, right? So you have this. You can even do July, August call. This is pretty strong. Visa, MasterCard, you can also do call when you hit 548 on daily is so as long as here holds 537, but it clearly hit here and then bounced, but it looked like a retest here and then higher. So that is what 40 points, 50 points, almost 10%, right? So if you want to do call, let's say, I don't know, the end of July, I think you'll be fine too. But I'm not doing as many options these days. I think the big swing trade gave me the most juice, and I don't have to watch it so closely. With options, you cannot scale that. I mean, SOXL, I can possibly do 200 contract calls at this level, but I can do 2,000 shares, which I'm not worried. So you could even, if you want to be aggressive, you could even set buying order at 1880 because you see the base is pretty strong here on hourly. And look at daily. Daily, you look at here, this is a strong base. Unless they drop below 17, right? So let's see, but it's clearly downtrending. So unless it goes above 33, if things change, or at least here, I actually you can say the trend changed. It taking one pivot out on daily, right? So this is what I want to do and how I'm gonna do it. And also I'm gonna do SPX calls, right? So I will put, you can just say when SPX drop below 58.20, you want to do, I'm gonna do March 6,900 or 6,700 call. And that's not gonna be very expensive, probably gonna be relatively cheap. Let me check. You just do 10. Like you don't have to do a whole lot of it. So March 2026, 6,700. It is a 10K right now, 10K. So, but if it drop 200 points, right, then that become uh 30%. Then your 10 contract will be 30K. And if SPX goes above, let's say monthly to 6,400, then your call option should be at least 500% gain. And then that's with high probability. Um, high reward, low risk, right? So you have plenty of time and assuming the productivity pick up. However, there's two things I mentioned. Not so good is this, right? And this has been going up a lot. And if you look at now, JP Morgan, my prediction is 150. JP Morgan prediction is 120. So if this break out 84, so clearly we started to have a higher lows on monthly, and MACD is about cross over to the upside. So it's kind of concerning in a way. Um, so let's see, you can go long. Okay, this is what I give actually initially, and I become greedy and I got stopped out, and now you can go long again on this. So target is 78. Um, and this is $400 stop loss, less than four. But upside, that's like many times of that. So the risk reward is pretty good. And now ES is dropping. It's about to speed up on the dropping. So you guys need to figure it out what you want to do. I think Google is likely have a lot of potential. If you want to do, let's see, daily. I probably have limit buying at 168. Um, and then somewhere like 160. I don't even know whether we're gonna get a chance for 160. Let's look at weekly. So this clearly wanting to drop. And then you still have a could be. I mean, I would start buying somewhere at 165. So I have a limit buying order set at 165. So I'm not doing a lot of other tickers. Mainly I'm gonna write down on the J Trade. I'll be doing CBNA, MasterCard, SOXL, Google, Tesla, SPX during this drop pullback. And so I'm going to pin this. It's going to be in the pin message. So you know, I'm not going to do every single ticker. I don't like that diversification. When people say, hey, they like diversification, actually, I hate diversification because you dilute too much and then I like a focus, like last big drop. I only did like two, three tickers on one account, and some account is one ticker. There was like, so there was no confusion. You just, you know, and actually ended up pretty well. And if anything you learn, like How You Lie, you guys know, she said she been with me for this long. She said I'm gonna just do QQQ. There was nothing wrong with that. So she can just do QQQ. You can buy a wave indicator and then start to QQQ. But sometimes when you have monthly pullback, like this run, it's very hard to understand where it could drop to. And that's where you need me for, right? So every time we had a big drop, um, the little amount of money you guys pay me, if you pick the very bottom, you can make this money like 10 times, 20 times on the fees, right? So anyways, so that's our watch list and the levels that I'm watching, what I want to do. And so I'm watching to go long on crude oil. Already get filled a limit order here. Gold, I was shorting, so I have limit shorting order at 34.80. Right now, I have no stop loss, nothing. Just one single limit order sitting there. And you could, that's why. So say, let's just use an example. Say, okay, I entered and I don't have bracket order, right? So what do? I'm going to do this, right? And you can set like 5 to 1, right? I'm having 5 to 1. Then that's how simple that is. See, voila, done. And so the stop loss $200. You could get stopped pretty easy but you do see buyers step in every time for dropping this level. You have a long wikis, and so I have 5 to 1. This is almost 7 to 1. I'm fine. So as long as price moving away, one level, 1 to 1. Ideally, you want to do two contracts so you can like active one and leave one stop loss there. You can better risk manage because if you say I'll just buy one and price move here and move my stop loss, it could get it stopped out and went, right? So anyway, so that's the gold. So that's all I have, the planning. So you should, if you haven't done it this weekend, that's what you should be doing. Divide your money, available cash, and see what you can do. So I acted in HUM because I have so much UNH, and so it's gonna be benefit if healthcare going up anyway. So I acted in HUM and will buy something else. Okay, so that's all I have, and we have FOMC meeting. There's no way. I don't think it's gonna cut rate. I mean, especially when you crude oil spiking like this, and how do you carry? There's no way. So what else major events? Um, Really, the most important one, I'll be interested in the FOMC meeting, right? So that is what, uh, 17, 18, 19. I'm looking at that. 18, 19. Okay, so wife Wednesday? Yeah, Wednesday. 17, 18. So Wednesday is the day that 1:30 conference, a press conference, right? So that's like, I guess it's like 1 o'clock. You will see either up or down. I I don't really think it's gonna have a lot of impact. How did that? Oh, I got stopped out already. That's why I had like this negative, which is fine. Okay, so that is that, and uh, I think Wendy will be available. I don't know which day she's available. She'll be leading, and so we all really should come back on day trading, focus on big swing trading. This is if you learn anything from Jade. Two things you should take away is risk management and focus on big swing trades. Every time we have 20%, 40% drop, that's where you make your easy, good money, right? So at this level, it's harder to make money because we have to go dig around and find trades. But at the time when ES at the low, you can literally pick up anything. You can literally buy anything and then you make money, right? But now we have to go find trades. And this is the time you should trade small and wait. Okay, so she's gonna hear before every day 9 a.m. And okay, so she's gonna be limited availability, but she's still sharing all the flows and day trading ideas, and I'm very thankful for that. All right, guys, that's all I have. So if you haven't done any planning, what do you want to do during this drop? Now is the time, right? You have time. You're not running out of time. You have time. You can do it today, tonight, and tomorrow during the daytime, right? I think this drop will take a couple weeks, maybe drop all the way toward the end of June, and then going to July 4th rally. That's what I'm thinking. So you have yeah, you have this week to plan. What do you want to do? Um, how much each sticker? So I don't like to be too diversified when drop like this, but you don't have to be me. You can be yourself and just do the planning. All right, guys, bye.